Hi Jim, we're going into the last game of the Betfred Cup Group F. It's just Edinburgh City at Cappielow. Thoughts going into the game?
Yeah, I mean, again, look forward to the game. You know, it's about trying to improve as we go forward. We had a very difficult match the last time against Motherwell, and I said it's always going to be difficult going there with a full strength team, but to have so many defenders missing, I think really was pivotal in terms of we started a bit nervously, and then we settled down, but after Gary Harkins was sent off, then it was really just kind of trying to make it as difficult as possible for Motherwell to break us down, and it was a real tough afternoon for the players. But then they went to Edinburgh City in midweek, and it took an 89th minute goal to win the match, so that just shows you how well organised they are and how effective they can be as well. So I think it'll be a similar pattern coming to Cappielow. It'll make it very difficult for us. But as I said, in periods of the first half against Motherwell, I thought we played some good football, and in the other two games against Queen's Park and Berwick, I think we've played some decent football. But we're still trying to gel, and as I said, it's difficult because we haven't really had the chance to settle the team down in any real rigid formation because of injuries.
Gary Harkins, the sending off, we were speaking at the time, you didn't think it was.
Yep.
You maybe seen the footage back. Did you have any sort of thoughts on it after seeing
I
that?
still don't think it's a sending off. I think, as I said, it's one of those ones where the ball bounces up about knee height, and a player goes for it with his studs, and I don't think there was any real contact in the play. I think if you look at the ball, goes out towards the side, and I certainly don't. I think we were, it was a harsh decision. I think perhaps a yellow card. But as I said, in the early stage of the season, referees are normally quite strict with some challenges, and it's one of those ones the referee made the call. We've got to accept it. But again, and amongst the injuries, Gary suspended, and Gary Oliver still missing through illness. So we're certainly stretched at this stage of the season, but any players that come in have got to try and roll their sleeves up and do a shift for the team.
We've had Jack Iredale in today, signed the registrations through. He'll be available on Saturday. Will potential for Jack to be involved at this stage? Any thoughts on that?
With the injuries we have to the central defensive area, there's every chance that Jack could make his debut. But as I said, sometimes you've got to throw players in and see what they're capable of. We still want to try and get a result, still try and get 3 points, and and try and give us at least a chance of being in the last 16. And the only way we can do that is by being really positive. So we're going to have a go. We're going to try and take the game to Edinburgh as much as we possibly can. But we also know that we're not quite as solid at the back as we'd like to be yet. But I thought Conor McManus actually done well against Motherwell as an auxiliary centre back, and he may well be pitched into that role again. But as I said, it's not exactly how we want the team to be shaped up at this stage of the season, but circumstances are dictating otherwise.
In terms of the group, do you look at the permutations, or do you just go into this game as to win the game? Is that just the way you look at it?
Nah, it's impossible to look at the permutations just now, Jonathan. You just have to try and win the game. It's difficult enough to look at your own game without worrying about what might happen elsewhere. If we don't win the game, then it doesn't matter anyway. There's no chance of us qualifying for the last 16. So the first thing and the only thing really we can concentrate on is trying to win the game. And it's going to be tough enough. As I mentioned, Edinburgh performed very well against Motherwell. They changed their shape. They get people behind the ball. They made it very compact. And Cappielow is a tight pitch anyway. So teams that get behind the ball and make it compact, then we've got to make sure that we are a little bit more quicker on the ball, a little bit slicker in our movement, and also more effective in the final third.
You mentioned Jack Iredale could be in line for his debut. Gary Oliver and Gary Harkins are both going to be out through injury and suspensions. Any other team news, Jim, at the moment?
Yeah, well, obviously Dan Barr played against Motherwell with an injury. I mean, all credit to Dan. He strapped his ankle up, took a handful of painkillers and got on with it. But his ankle's flared up again just at the last stages of that game, so he's going to be struggling as well. So, as I said to you, everyone else is going to have to put a little bit extra in. You want to try and get the balance of the team in, and you want to try and get the structure of the team. That's what pre-season and the early games are about. But unfortunately for us, we've not had the chance to do that. So as I mentioned last week, we're not making excuses. We're just letting people know the circumstances. But we also know that when we go on that pitch on Saturday, people expect us to go and take the game to Edinburgh, and really that's our intention, to try and do that.
Ricky Lamy, Lee Day, Thomas Aware, they'll still be out. Is there any updates on any of them? Is there any further forward or any sort of
Well, Thomas has started jogging the last couple of days. Obviously, a stress fracture, so we've first and foremost got to make sure that that's completely healed. And then, we'll step up his training next week. But he's done a couple of days light jogging. He's had no ill effects so far, but that's really all it's been. Hopefully, Ricky will start some jogging next week. He had an ultrasound scan which didn't show any tear, just bruising and damage to the tendon, just at the Achilles. So hopefully that will settle down. Lee's still a good number of weeks off yet. Gary Oliver has been very ill with quite a severe virus, and I think he's lost about 4 kilos in weight. Hasn't been able to eat, so he's still going to be missing, and again he's going to have to build himself up. And obviously, as we mentioned, Gary Harkin's suspended. So yeah, well, resources are certainly stretched to the limit at this moment in time, but sometimes that happens in football, and you've just got to weather the storm.
Excellent, Jim. Thanks very much for your time, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.